And on January 1st, will mark...
Good evening, Stagg High School. This is Tim Guare. Tonight I'll be doing a visual performance ensemble evaluation here at your own competition at Stagg High School in Palos Hills, Illinois. It is September the 10th, 2022, and I'll be back with you when you're ready to begin your performance. All right, looks like we're about ready to begin. Good luck to you.
Good luck and have a great show next. Here we go.
Opening set, very attractive, well laid out. Good definition of the bounding line.
Maybe characterization, so it doesn't have to be color guarded, so.
Form fractures a little bit back towards the heavy brass at the end of the arc on the number 2 side. Good recovery as they come back though. Performers have a pretty good sense of maintenance of spatial alignment, their spatial relationships as well as their alignment. Staging of this guard works very well. Intriguing use of the paddles. Spending a long time in this kind of parenthetical curve. Kind of disintegrates here as we turn the corner. Seems to be some stride maintenance issues. Some people really reaching behind and losing their composure.
Watch our panel pathways. What the students are doing is very successful movement toss from the saber.
Okay, we seem to have some varying difference on the knee bend in that pose and the winds.
It's very transitional there, so we need to watch that to make sure what can we make that to.
A little bit of tempo control on the decrescendo in the last couple of trumpets. Seems to be a pretty significant change in the musicality there, and you're still in the middle of the same transitional move and reshape of the form manipulation. Restaging the winds creates a nice negative space for the flag feature, and Flag's doing a reasonably good job.
What can we do to help them get the story other than talk about that's what we're doing. What they're doing is working really well. That's what we want from you.
While the whole river theme gives a certain fluidity, in terms of the musicalities that you've chosen to explore, a lot of the general nature of the forms that you've got tend to look very similar. And while I recognize that you sometimes take things in half and bring them around from the side, and tie up in the center, as opposed to just curling around from the side, you're kind of left with an end result that's very similar to things we've seen elsewhere in the program. So, if there's a way to resolve, that feeling somewhat, within the limits of your personnel, that would be a good thing to think about. For instance, now, this was good. You took the front element of winds, rotated them out as a file and flopped out to tie up into kind of a V configuration over on the left-hand side as we look at it. Rifle's having a little bit of problem coming out of the catch. Cross through with the saxophones a little bit. As we look at the end of it, we see a couple of people going through the same hole instead of alternating. Possibly they're not maintaining the distance and the follow leader to take them through that. A little bit of false start with the saxophones there as we come into the hall.
A little bit, you know, maybe see a little bit. I guess it's just from philosophy.
Let's watch the alignment trumpets.
Nice moment over there.
Okay, we're not just marching counts, we're marching ensemble. We're looking at the people behind us and in front of us to get those spatial relationships and alignment relationships. You know, overall, it's generally a well laid out program in a very business-like manner, and the kids respond to it for most of the program. Sometimes, not so much, and I suspect that's because they're still actually learning the concept of marching within an ensemble, taking visual cues from the performers that are next to them, left, right, or in front or back of them, and they're in a growth phase on that. The similarity of the form developments, I think, is something that if there's an opportunity to address that without being too disruptive to the flow